Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes, but I don't trip.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. 54. Watch the screen. Listen.
On first down, Muhammad. And some room to roam now. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll run with Muhammad. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Here we go. 180. Hey, Lou. Hey, defense, let's go.
On second down now, Muhammad. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check, check. 54, 54. Check, check.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad, and to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Stop your whining.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
17 yards and a first down for Philly. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Let's go, son.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Wide. Yeah, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a first down following a gain of 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
A first down throw for Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go. 54.
They'll run it with Sproles. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 3rd down, Muhammad. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
First down, a run with Smallwood. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Smallwood. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Wendell Smallwood. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He was brought down by 2-yard pickup. Makes it 3rd and
47.
To throw is Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. From the 27, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Dak Prescott last year against Philly, boy, biggest game of his career passing yardage-wise, 455 yards, 3 touchdowns in a 29-23 December victory over the Eagles. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, it's Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Mike, 55. Check, 50. Let's 5-2. Let's 5-2. Man, I got you.
Now it's Sproles. And an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Wentz going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A run with Smallwood. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They run again on first down with Smallwood. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Sproles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And once again, they go with Sproles. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Muhammad. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've have got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
All day, every day. They kill it. They force don't kill. 55, Mike, 55. They eat.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Let's get it. Here we go. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 3rd down, Elliott. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Going right side, he has Witten. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
A 48-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
81. Hang in there now.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. So this